Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraya Nasta Priyeshu Avadreshu Nittam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is of a very minuscule quest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. By regular attendance in the class of the Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving transcendental devotees, who is praised by transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 3, Text 14. Ko vai ihate parajito parajitayam mayaya anvasita padavyan anvrittamati vishaya visha praya anavatta prakriti anupasiti charanaha. Jai Shri Radha. Kawa. Who is that person? Iha. Within this material world. Te. Of your Lordship. Aparajitaha. Not conquered. Aparajitaya. By the unconquerable. Maya, illusory energy. Anvasita padavya, those whose path cannot be ascertained. Anavrittamatihi, whose intelligence is not bewildered. Vishaya Vishya, of material enjoyment, which is like poison. Raya, by the cause. Anavritta, not covered. Prakriti, whose nature. Anupasita, without worshipping. Mahacharanaha, lotus feet of great devotees. Translation: Dear Lord, unless one worships the lotus feet of great devotees, one will be conquered by the illusory energy, and his intelligence will be bewildered. Indeed, who has not been carried away by the waves of material enjoyment, which are like poison? Your illusory energy is unconquerable. No one can see the path of this material energy or tell how it is working. Support by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Nabi was inclined to performing great sacrifices for begetting a son. The son might be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but such a material desire, be it great or insignificant, is brought about by the influence of Maya. A devotee does not at all desire anything for sense gratification. Devotion is therefore explained as devoid of material desires. Anyavilasita sunyam. Everyone is subjected to the influence of Maya and entangled in all kinds of material desire. And Maharaj Nabi was no exception. Freedom from Maya's influence is possible when one engages in the service of the great devotees. Mahan Charana Seva. Without worshipping the lotus feet of great devotee, one cannot be free from Maya's influence. Srila Narottam Das Thakur therefore says, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Payeksha Keva. Who has been freed from Maya's clutches without serving the lotus feet of a Vaishnava? Maya is aparajita, and her influence is also aparajita, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 7:14. Deviye Sugunamai Mama Maya Suratyaya. The divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. Only a devotee can surpass Maya's great influence. It was no fault on Maharaj Nabi's part that he wanted a son. He wanted a son like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the best of all sons. By association of the Lord's devotee, one no longer desires material opulence. This is confirmed in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Navamantra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Haya. Srimad Chaitanya 2:51. Mahat Kripa, Veena, Kono Karmi, Bhakti Naya. Krishna Bhakti Dure Rahu, Samsara Nahi Chaya. If one is serious about escaping the Maya's influence and returning home back to Godhead, one must associate with a sadhu devotee. That is the Vedic of all scriptures. By the slight association of a devotee, one can be free. Where am I? This is the Vedic of all scriptures. By the slight association of a devotee, one can be free from the clutches of Maya. Without the mercy of a pure devotee, one cannot get freedom by any means. Certainly, a pure devotee's association is necessary in order to obtain the loving service of the Lord. One cannot be free from Maya's clutches without sadhu sangha. The benediction of a great devotee in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord Maharaj says, Naisam yamatistava uru brahmangiri spati anatta abhagamo yat artha mahiyasam pada rajabhishekam niskinchananamna pranita yavari. One cannot become the Lord's pure devotee without taking the dāsa of a great devotee on his head. Pada rajabhishekam. A pure devotee is niskinchana. He has no material desire to enjoy the material world. One has to take shelter of such a pure devotee in order to attain his qualities. A pure devotee is always free from the clutches of Maya and her influence. Om Adhyana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishnu Sankirtan Yam Shri Guru Shri Gopāl Nirupam Bhajatam Sadhidam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahanamrita Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prachari Sunyavadi Paschatya Desasarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much for joining in our Sunday Bible class. So here is a very, we say, very strongly mentioned that how only by devotee association you can cross over the material can cross over Maya. Yes. There's also a verse like this somewhere else. Anyone quoted that a million times. Hello? I've quoted it a million and more than million times. Hello? Open the mouth. Closing mouth means you don't want to speak. What is that verse? Hello? Mahat Seva, yeah, that's one. I was not thinking of that one, I was thinking of another one. 11:48. A very pinpoint to this. This verse, prayena. And this word prayena means almost. Almost completely. by devotion, bhakti yogena. Sat sangena vinodava. See this verse? No paya vidyate samya prayenam esatam aham. This verse. You know this verse, right? Huh? My dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and way of life for saintly, liberated persons. And thus, if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating with my devotees, then for all practical purposes, one possesses no effective means of escaping from material existence. Exactly the same words today. Is it not? Huh? Hello? Huh? So devotional service cannot be performed without the association of devotee. It is not possible. It is. See? Possess no effective means for escaping from material. What was today's verse? Unless one worship the lotus feet of great devotees, one will be conquered by the illusory energy, and his intelligence will be weakened. It's the same point. Yeah? Is it not? So, Maya, if we want to escape Maya, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says very simply that Devi Eshagunamaya Mama Maya Turu. Mam Eva. That this Mam Eva cannot be done without the help of the. You understand this point? Huh? So anyone who thinks that he can do devotional service without the help of a devotee or devotee's association, then he is hallucinating. Because it's not going to work. Today's word. If you don't, then it will be conquered by Maya. Huh? You will be conquered by. You understand? Huh? That's why Prahlad Maharaj said, I am not frightened of your form, your transcendental fearful. I am more frightened of your, correct? Because Maya is very fearful any moment. But that same Maya has no effect on a devotee. Why? Why the devotee, the Maya that is so powerful, has no effect on a devotee? Why? Because the Maya is under the control of Krishna. And so she has no jurisdiction. That's why even Yamaraj said that, you know that? You don't go to the devotees. You know that verse? Huh? Right? What is that? 6:3? Huh? 6:3:27. So here it says, this is the one? Correct. My dear servant, please do not approach such devotees, for they have fully surrendered to the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are equal to everyone, and their narrations are sung by the demigods and the inhabitants of Sundar. Please do not even go near them. They are always protected by the clock of the Supreme Personality of God. Therefore, Lord Brahma and I, even the time factor are not competent to chastise them. See how very solid. Yes? Huh? Explains the point why Maya has what? No jurisdiction on the devotees. You follow this point? Yeah. Talking about a devotee means he is a pure devotee. I don't know what. It's certainly not me. Have to understand the meaning. Yes. So a pure devotee is beyond the jurisdiction of Maya. Even Yamaraj is saying, correct? Yes. It is said that even for a devotee, in the dreams also, not to speak about it, just even dreams, what is that? Hello? Panditji, what is it? Six clue again. No need to take note down. What? What? Charging. Phone is charging. Right time to charge your phone, isn't it? Yeah? Six. Remember this, alright? This is all very important verses. My goodness. Put it many times, eh? Am I going? Is it going somewhere? Slip. This function F3 doesn't work, huh? Oh, it works. So this verse is a very important verse. Not only the verse, the purport is also extremely important. Although not having fully realized Krishna, persons who have even once surrendered completely onto his lotus feet and who have become attracted to his name, form, qualities, and pastimes are completely free of all sinful reactions. For they have thus accepted the true method of atonement. Even in dreams, such surrendered souls do not see Yamaraj with Audicarius wife. Wow. Equipped with the hopes to bind the sin. See how this verse is very, right? So see the exalted position of a devotee. A devotee who is taken shelter of Krishna is extremely dear to Krishna. Extremely, you know, right? In fact, Krishna himself says, I have no jurisdiction on my devotees even. Do you know that? Huh? Do you know? Where? 9, 4, 63, is it?
That is, he is under the control by them.
Control of his devotees. Even Krishna is under the control of his what word? Hello?
9463.
9, 4?
63.
Oh. This is when, what is name? Durvasha Muni went to get help from who? Durvasha Muni went to get from help from who? From you. Yes.
From Vishnu.
From who?
Vishnu.
This is Narayan Prabhu. Vishnu is in the. He went to the spiritual. Actually, he did not go to the spiritual. He went to the where? Setwadip. You understand? And he didn't even go inside. He was outside on the door. Yeah. So here he says here, see how the Lord is speaking. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahman, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desire, I sit only within the core of their heart. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotee of my devotee are very dear to me. See how the Lord is saying it? How the position of a, how exalted. Huh? Devotees who are dedicated, that's why Kṛṣṇa says, the one who, my devotee, who knows, what is it, Bhagavad Gita? Huh? Actually, the devotee glorification is in the Bhagavad Gita. You know where, no? Very important, eh? This one is spoken also in the CC. Where? Come on, think. You're reading Bhagavad Gita, no? Not reading. Rather reading. Finish. Huh? You what? Have not touched the book yet. Hello, Pandit. From where?
Reading, but you can't remember.
You reading and you can't remember. Then what you reading?
That's my fault.
Reading to go to sleep or what?
No, reading to learn, but okay, basically go problem.
Alright, these verses are there in chapter
9:20.
chapter 12, Bhagavad Gita. Understand? There is glorifying his devotees. Hello, take the first one out. 12. 12 one. This verse is quoted in CC 23, Matthew 23. Speaking highly about the first class devotee. The qualification of the first class. So in the Bhagavad Gita, they ask you, you must know where. Yeah? Hello?
I am the strict deliverer.
Come on, take out the Gita, Prabhu. 12 what? 12?
12 to
12 2, no? 12 5 and 6 is about
13.
12 13. 12 13, huh? And this is the glory of the devotees, huh? What is the one before?
Just saying that you cannot do this and do this.
This is that part. Okay, here, this verse is very important in describing the position of a devotee. Atvesta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirankara sarva samadukha sukachami santoshta sadatam yogi yatatnudata nishchayaha mayarpito mano buddheyo madbhakta same priyaha. This verse they chanting. You know, the Bhagavad Gita, this is chapter 12, they chant this verses. I used to learn that before. One who is not envious but is kind friend to all living entity, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-control, and engaged in devotional service and determination. His mind and intelligence fix on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to the qualification of the pure devotee. You follow? You remember now? Hello? Huh? These all are describing a first class devotee. Another verse here. Yasman no divijan loko lokan no divijaccha Akshamasya bayodvege muktaya sachame priya. One, he by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equiposed in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. The same verse is there in 11:18. 11th canto, 18th chapter, this verse is there. Uh, you know, the devotee is never put into it. Others also get into difficulty. You follow this is the qualification of the what? Pure devotee. Right? अनपेक्ष सुचेतक्ष उदासीनो तथा व्याप्तः सर्वरंभ परित्यागी यो मद भक्त स मे प्रियः. This is the last line, you see. Yo mad bhakta sa me priyaha. This is line is repeated in the whole. Hello. My devotee who is not independent, who is not dependent on the ordinary cause of activities, who is pure, expert without care, free from all pain, not striving for some result, is very dear to me. Yo narishyate na dvesti na sochati na kanchati subha subha parityagi bhaktyam bhaktiman yasame priyaha. He, one who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. Tamasatrau cha mitre cha tatamana pamanayoho svisitosna sukha dukeshu samasanga vivarjitaha tulyaninda sudhirmauni santoshtayana kenachit aneketa stiramantir bhakti mame priyo naraha. One who is equal to friends and enemy, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness, distress, fame and famine, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any resident, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me. ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यतोक्तं पर्युपाश्यते सदादानुमत्परमं भक्तस्तेति मे प्रियः. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. And this is the last one. 12, 20, only 20 verses, I think. So you see, this qualification has been thoroughly elaborated in Madhya Lila, 23rd chapter. The qualities of the first class devotee. Such a devotee is very dear to Krishna. And such a devotee, Krishna is what? Just now we read. Krishna is what? Krishna even surrendered to such a devotee. 11:14. Krishna says, I take the dust of the devotee to purify the three worlds. You know what verse is it? 11, 14, what? Hello? Everything you shake your head, but then I ask you, 11, 14, what? Hello? 21? No, it takes the dust. That's in land earlier. 11, 14. At least you should take notes now. Come on, you're falling asleep. Jai Sri Ram. Go and get a paper and a book. No phone means you are out of action, is it? Huh? Now I say only middle of the class they are running to get the books. What is this? What? 11, 14, what? What is 24?
So, a devotee whose speech is sometimes spoken up, whose heart and who cries continually, and sometimes not who feels ashamed and cries so boldly and can not.
Hello? I give you the clue. 11, 14? What? 16. Yeah, look at the thing. I'm telling everything. You give me the wrong verse. Yes, this is the one. Puyeyeti angiri renubhi. Is that? Nirapeksham. What is this? The meaning of nirapeksham? Muni samtam. What is that? Huh? Without? What? Without personal desire. Oh, yes. Naivaryam. Samadarshanam. What does Naivaryam mean? What? No enmity. Huh? Anuvrajami aham nityam puyeyeti angiri renubhi. With the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material world which are situated within me. Thus, I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotees who are free from all personal desire, wrapped in thought of my pastime, peaceful, without any feelings of enmity and of equal disposition everywhere. This whole chapter, Bhagavatam, 11, 14, is all about devotees. You know, this whole thing, how the devotee present. Of course, 11, 19 also devotees. I mean, the whole Bhagavatam is about devotees. Where you can find a verse without devotees? Yes? Yeah. So you see how important it is, the position of even Kṛṣṇa himself is taking the dust of the devotee. And he showed by example also. Yes? When? When did he take the dust of his devotee? Huh? Gopis. Hello? Are you reading Bhagavatam or not? Come on. When did he take the dust of his devotee? Huh? Sudama, yes. Very good. Who else? Where else he take the dust? Narada. Narada visited him, correct? He washed his feet, took the. After that, Narada did not go to his many houses once he saw. Too much taking dust. You understand? Right? So, even Krishna in the 1084, right? Huh? In 1084, Krishna was glorifying his devotees, you know that famous verse, no? Your body is what? What is the beginning? Yasya Buddhi Punape Tritaduke, yes? 1084. 10? 1084:30. Now you see this whole talk with Kṛṣṇa, with the devotees. It's a talk, you know. Did you read that part? Okay, let's read together. There's a few verses. Can you show me the first one? How he's glorifying his devotees?
1084:9.
1084:9, huh? So the Lord is speaking here. See? This is a very important subject that we are discussing today. Why the devotees are so relevant. The Lord, Supreme Lord said, now our lives are indeed successful, for we have obtained life's ultimate goal. The audience of great yoga masters, which even demigods only rarely obtain. You see how the Lord is? Where is this thing going on? This is going on in Kurukshetra. When what's his name? He's going there to do what? Yeah? He's going to do that because at that time all the sages came, no? Yes. See how the Lord is speaking. Now our lives are indeed successful, for we have obtained life's ultimate goal, the audience of great yoga masters, which even demigods only rarely obtain. I mean, demigod worship is what? Hello? Huh? Huh? It is not because that's why you have to understand there's a big distinction between demigod and pure devotee. Their position is what? Huh? Very exalted. Their position is very devotees. Of course, I've quoted all those verses about showing how devotee is more important than demigod. Yes, 11, 5, 6, 11, what? 11, 11, 11, 2, 5, 6, 11, 2, 29, all those verses, I think so many times you have covered that, right? Now, but today you see this one. How well, even demigods rarely get this chance. You see how important it is. This is spoken by who? No. Understand? And next verse. You can read the book or next verse. Kim swalpa tapasham nirnam acharyam deva chakshusam darshanam parsam prasna prabha pada archanadikam. So very meager. This verse is very, very. How is it that people who are not very austere, who recognize God only in His deity form in the temple, can now see you, touch you, inquire from you, bow down to you, worship your feet, and serve you in other ways? Well, this verse all, I don't think we have read this ever in this. This is the first time we are seeing this thing. You see how the people who are not very austere, that verse no, Durapa, Durapa Alpa Tapasha, that's the same line in this. I think that one is 3:7:20. 3:7:20. Even if you have no tapasya, you cannot go to devotees. It's not possible. See, there are people who are not, this is what is the Hindu man, no? They always to the temple, hello, Puni temple, and they neglect the devotees. I've seen many times we are speaking and he comes here, he takes darshan, he walks up. Doesn't care. Huh? Yes, have you seen? Many times, right? They only think that worship only God. Kṛṣṇa is speaking, how is it that is it? How is it that people who are not very austere and who recognize God only in His deity from in the temple? can now see you. That means how important the devotees are than to the deity. Yes? Hello? Huh? Yes or no? Huh? See? Why? Why you're so important? They can now see you, they can touch you, they can inquire from you and bow down to you, worship your feet and serve you in other ways. Yeah, how this is so important. There's also another verse about this, 11:3:29. How very, very important that you must serve the devotees. We'll go to that. Anyway, you can take as reference. I've shown that verse also many, many times. 11:3:29. The purport. Na he am mayani tirtani, na deva mritchila maya, te punati uruna lena, darshana deva sadhavaha. Mere bodies of water are not the real sacred place of pilgrimage. See how Krishna is speaking. Nor are mere images of earth and stone the true worshipable deities. Huh? These purify one only after a long time. But saintly sages purify one immediately upon being seen. Hello? That's why they sadhu sangha, lava mantra sadhu sangha, sadhu siddhi. The same word is repeated in the Bible in the beginning. You know? Yes. Same verse, 1:1:15. Right, you take note now. I mean, we've gone through that many times. 1:1. Just by what? Seeing the devotees. Because 1:19:33, he always quoted that. That Sukadev is, Parichet is saying, just by remembering you, our houses get purified. Yes? 1:19:33. That the fact? Okay, this verses you can just refer. This is a famous verse, no? Bhagavad-vidya Bhagavata Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibhu Tirtha Kurvanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadabhutam. My Lord, devotees like your good self are verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places into places of pilgrimage. Because they are why? Devotees carrying what? The Lord in the heart. This is a very important word that we have covered many, many times. We're going to this. Again, the Lord is speaking. Neither the demigods controlling fire, the sun, the moon, and the stars, nor those in charge of water, earth, water, ether, air, speech, and mind actually remove the sins of their worshippers, who continue to see in terms of duality. But why sages destroy one's sin, even respectfully serve for even a few moments? This verse is all solid. We never quote this verse. Maybe you did. I don't know. I don't know. My first time I'm reading with all of you. Yes. See how you go and worship the deity, or you go and what? I mean, worshipping the earth, water, air, ether, all these are demigods. The demigods in charge of the earth, the demigods in charge of the water, right? Yes? They actually remove the sins of the world who continue to see in terms of duality. Cannot even remove, because when you see duality means you are still materially contaminated. Yeah? Brahma-bhuta platform is no duality, right? Brahma-bhuta pasnatma, na sochate, na kanchate, samaham sarva bhute. But here, demigod worshippers, they will still see dualities. That means they cannot make advancement by worshipping demigod. You cannot come to the transcendental plane by worshipping. I think I quoted one verse, right? 8:24. What? You know that verse? 8:24? 49. 8:24, 8:24, 49. You see this verse? I will go there and come back here. We'll go there and come back. There is verse here. I think this is the one. Right? Yeah, correct. Neither all the demigods nor the so-called gurus. Oh, this is different verse. This one is not this verse. What is that verse? Demigod, is it? 30 something, is it? 30 something. Yeah. Let me see.
No, 8:24, 30.
30, yeah. 30.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, this is worship of demigod.
to the one.
Demigod worship is useless.
Uh,
This
See this verse here, my Lord, oh my Lord, possessing eyes like a pebble to look. The worship of demigods who are in the bodily concept of life is fruitless and in all respects. This point here. Huh? Why? Because the demigods are in the bodily concept of. You understand? For example, Indra, when he was not given worship, he became very angry. Yes? Classic example. Yes? So we go back. This is the famous verse that quoted many, many times in the, is spoken by Krishna, this verse. You know? Do you know this? Hello? Huh? Yashyatma buddhi kunape tri dhadutke swade kalatrades bauma ijjati yatirtha buddhi salile na karvichit janaisva abhigesu saeva gokaraha. This verse is, I think every bhakta must have learned this. Eh? Did you learn this verse? Hello? Hello? Because this line Saeva Gokaraha is repeated. If you read Prabhupada books, you must know this verse. One who identifies self as the inert body composed of mucus, bile, and air, who assumes his own, who thinks an earthen image or the land of his birth is worshipable, or who sees the place of pilgrimage as merely the water there, but who never identify himself with, feel kingship with, worships or even sits, visit those who are wise in spiritual truth, such a person is no better than a cow and an ass. And Prabhupada told this. Firstly, you identify with your body. Secondly, you worship. No,
Worship the marketplace.
you worship the birthplace. Yeah? You see every guy putting the flag on their face and all that kind of thing. Have you seen that? Especially in football games. Correct? Worshipping the India. Because you put India, you're lucky because it's the holy land. Then what? Worshipping the place of birth. Third one, huh? Going to holy place just to take baths, but not associate with devotees, then is no better than a. Right, this is spoken by Krishna. See how the stress is about devotee association. Now, I think, what is it? This is another version. Brahaspati Samita. अज्ञात भगवत धर्म मंत्र विज्ञान संविदा नरास्ते गोकरः ज्ञाय आपि भूपाल वंदितः. Men who do not know the principles of devotional service to the Supreme Lord should be known as cows and asses. Even if they are expert in technically analyzing Vedic mantras and are adored by world leaders. Hey, this person, put in our, Eh? See how powerful this. Eh? Hello, you want me to read this again? Men who do not know the principles of devotional service to the Supreme Lord should be known as cows and asses. Even if they are expert in technically analyzing Vedic mantras and are adored by the world leaders. Hello. Again, here, the word Amma Ijatihi, referring to the worship of demigods, Okay, this is finished here already. This is the last one, that verse. But you see, there's of course this not finished. Here, hearing such unfathomable words from the unlimitedly wise Lord Krishna, the learned Brahmanas remained silent, their minds bewildered. Yeah, this chapter is very interesting chapter actually. Why they are bewildered? For some time, the sages pondered the Supreme Lord's behavior, which resembled that of subordinate living beings. They concluded that he was acting this way to instruct the people in general. Thus, they smiled and spoke to him, the spiritual master of the universe. See how this is spoken. The Lord is glorifying his devotees. You understand? And how he is explaining that we cannot make any progress without. Today, that's the subject actually. Our whole subject today is what? You cannot make any progress without devotee association. Forget it. You cannot make it. You cannot. So the Lord is spoken, as he has spoken this, how many verses? How many verses? We count 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 verses, yeah? 6 solid verses. Of course, we have one more, the Gopāl. So how important Krishna is stressing about devotee association. And you see how the sages replied. Muniya Uvachu, the great sages says, Your power of illusion has totally bewildered us, the most exalted knowers of the truth and leaders among the universal creators. Ah, how amazing is the behavior of the Supreme Lord. He covers himself with his human-like activities and pretends to be subject to superior control. You don't think that the Lord is speaking like that, huh? You understand? He is anywhere less, no? You understand? Just now I showed you one verse and I didn't read it, right? 8:24:49, right? Just now I showed you, right? You know, you can go back to that, huh? You see, neither all the demigods nor the so-called gurus nor all other people, either independently or together, can offer mercy that equals even 1/10,000 of yours. This is spoken by who? You know this is spoken by who?
This Sundar.
This is not Supracharya.
No, he said, Kṛṣṇa himself.
Yeah, it is Sattva. See, you understand this verse? Of course, the Lord is, showing how devotees are so important, but that doesn't mean that He is not important. You don't think that, Prabhu, I am more important than God, Prabhu. Huh? Yeah? Hello? Understand? We are important. If the devotee, as now it says, is important only because he carries the Lord in the heart. Don't think that, oh, Prabhu, I am chanting. I made it, Prabhu. Even God worships my feet, no? Hello? Huh? Huh? This is the problem. This is the downfall of the Brahmins. Why they downfall? This is exactly the reason. Why? Because they think they want more than God. They call themselves Namo Narayana. We are what? Narayana. Yeah? Yes? Problem. Therefore, I wish to take shelter of your lotus feet. So you see how the devotees should never, although they are very, very powerful and given a very, very high position by the Lord. Of course, we also discussed that five, what is that? How the moving, living entity and the demigod one by one, and finally the Lord, correct? And then he said, because the Brahmins are more, they are more, dear than, what is that last line? I worship the Brahmanas. You the Lord, He is giving all this credit to the devotees. Why? Because they are representing Him. As soon as you don't represent the Lord, then you're finished. Yeah? Just like Durvasha Muni. The moment he misused his power, what happened to him? Finish. You follow? So that we cannot go into that kind of a thinking. Therefore, I think we go back. Indeed, the human-like pastimes of Almighty are simply a pretend. Effortlessly, He alone sent forth from His this variegated creation, maintains it, and then swallows it up again, all without becoming entangled, just as the element earth takes on many names and forms in various transformations. Nonetheless, at suitable time, you assume the pure mode of goodness to protect your devotees and punish the wicked. And thus you, the soul of Varnashram, the social order, the supreme personality of God, maintain the eternal part of the Vedas by enjoying your pleasurable pastimes. The Vedas are your spotless heart, and through them one can perceive by means of austerity, study, and self-control the manifest and the unmanifest and the pure existence of transcendental Lord. Therefore, O Supreme Brahman, you honor the members of the Brahminical community, for they are the perfect agents by which one can realize you through the evidence of the Vedas. For that very reason, you are the foremost worshipper of the Brahmanas. I mean, these are all very important. I will just stop there showing how important devotees are. You may go with the wrong idea. Understand? Hello? Huh? Prabhu, I became twice initiated, Prabhu. Now I'm a Brahmin. No?
No need to compare.
Now I'm qualified to give association. Huh? Hello? See this verse, how relevant it is. Why? It's so important. Correct? Yes? We'll read it again. It's all very important. 10:84:20, Prabhu. Yeah? You memorizing all this? Therefore, O Supreme Brahman, you honor the members of the Brahminical community, for they are the perfect agents by which one can realize you through the evidence of the Vedas. The job of the Brahmins is to teach about through like one rascal is giving a class, he says, I don't care for the Veda, I don't care for this, I don't care, that is a nonsense. Because it says here, they must what? Be agents by which one can realize through the evidence of the Vedas. Not that you become independent of the Veda, then you're a rascal. You follow this point? Huh? Hello? For that very reason, you are the foremost worshipper of the Brahmanas. For this one reason, because they preach Krishna consciousness to the Vedas. See how very important this point is. Not independent. Then everything is finished. Today, our birth, education, austerity, and vision have all become perfect because we have been able to associate with you, the goal of all saintly persons. Indeed, you yourself are the ultimate supreme blessing. See how they are saying now. That's now the Lord is saying, with you don't take the blessing of the devotees, you are no better than a cow and an ass. Yes? But the sages, they are not foolish, they are realizing. What? Indeed, you yourself are the ultimate supreme blessing. That's a fact. If the Lord does not give you the power, then what you are? Huh? Peanuts, even worse. Yes? You understand? Therefore, a devotee, see that they are devotees, they are understanding. Come on, you're glorifying us, but we are nothing. Without your mercy, what we are? Correct? Yes? Let us offer obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, the infinite intelligent super soul who has disguised his greatness through his mystic yoga maya. This is perfect realization. You understand? A devotee cannot cross this line. If you say a devotee, he cannot cross this line. It is not possible. That is not a devotee. You understand? How many times in the Bhagavanam, Brahma also made a mistake, correct? Then what happened to him? Yes? And what is his name? Of course, Lord Shiva, he never got illusion, but So all this stress, the supremacy of, although the Lord is speaking in a very, Because what he's saying is not lie, it is truth. Because the Brahmins, without the Brahmins, because they are my representative. And you see, that part is not spoken by Krishna himself, but the sages are saying how they understood why the Lord is speaking like that. You follow? Huh? His greatness through his mystic yoga maya. Neither the kings nor even Vrishnis who enjoy intimate association know you as the soul of all existence, the force of time and the supreme control. For them you are covered by the curtain of Maya. This is the same poem spoken by Kunti Devi. Maya Jvanika, that's the word she used. They don't know. In fact, the Vrishnis, they don't know that they are dealing with the Supreme Personality of God. And Dwaraka. A sleeping person imagines an alternate reality for himself and seeing himself as having various names and forms, forgets his waking identity, which is distinct from the dream. Similarly, the senses of one whose consciousness is bewildered by illusion perceive only the names and forms of material objects. Thus, such a person loses his memory and cannot know you. Well, today, we have directly seen your lotus feet, the source of the holy Ganges, which washes away volumes of sin. Perfected yogis can at best meditate upon your feet within their heart. But only those who render you wholehearted devotional service and in this way vanquish the souls covering the material mind attain you as their final destination. Therefore, kindly show mercy to us, your devotees. See how very conclusive this point is. Huh? The devotees cannot forget the lotus feet of the at any time. You understand? It's not possible. If they try to do that, then you see, and you must perform devotional service. The whole thing is explained here. So watch, I think that's the end of that. Sukadev Goswami said, having thus spoken, O wise king, the sages took leave of Lord Dasahar, Dhritarashtra, and Yudhishthira and prepared to depart for the ashram. I think with that I have to conclude the point, today's point. I think I have, by Krishna's mercy, got this very much linked up without touching most of the verses that we always do, right? That today is very important. I think this class is important. Yes, how devotee association is so important. Uh, Understand this? All right. So, any questions, any comments on these verses? 9, 9, 11, 7. O Lord, you are the supreme personality of Godhead who accepted the Brahmanas as your worshipful deity. Your knowledge and memory are never disturbed by anxiety. You are chief of all famous personalities. And your lotus feet are worshipped by sages, which are beyond the jurisdiction of punishment. O Lord, Ramachandra, let us offer our respectful obeisance. So this is about the same verse that we have discussed today. No? how the Lord is worshipping, that we showed, no? 11, 14, what is that? 16, right? So all these verses are very, very important. Please try to uh, go through this. I think this is recorded, right? You can hear this again and take note, and that way you can understand this. Any questions? You are always asking me questions. Because Singapore Yatra is very unique. They don't ask questions. Yeah? When I ask you a question, like, do you know me? Anything else to add?
Yeah. Get a question.
What's the question?
But not so clear because there was the Ramana Leela. During the Ramana Leela avatar, so the Lord is telling Indra when he offends his spiritual master, then he will. When he offends the Brahmana, then he will lose his piety. But you see, but essentially he's offending Ramana Dev, not his spiritual master. Who exactly is considered?
No, he was offending the spiritual master. He told him not to.
But there is, because but the spiritual master is not legitimate, right? So how we can consider that? Why is it because of the third step? He's not feeling so that's an offense.
And he did not fulfill the promise that he kept. That's why he was arrested.
No, Ramana Leela, right? The Lord is telling Indra once he reduces his piety by offending the Brahmana, then he will lose that. Yeah, Ramana is in.
That is before that. That is when he was giving the benediction to the demigod. When he offend, then Bali Maharaj will lose all it. But it all happened together.
So the offense is towards the Lord or to the Guru?
Actually, he is disobeying the order of his guru.
Both are.
Yeah. He disobeyed and he lost everything, right? Because he gave the benediction for the 3 steps. But the guru said, don't do it, correct? Yeah. So he was neglecting the guru's order.
But that is
No, but this case you must understand that actually Bali Maharaj was doing this, was put in this situation so that he can show his devotion to the Lord.
also that
Understand?
Brahmana that came in the form of Brahmana, right? That is the Brahmana. That is also a Brahmana.
Also, Brahmana, you offended.
He came as a Brahmana.
Why he cannot be a Brahmana? Because Lord is speaking simply before you try to be.
Actually, before, there's a verse before when the Lord was saying that when he offends the Brahmana, then he will lose all his.
That means he's not referring to himself, he's referring to his person.
To the Shukracharya, when he disobeyed the order of Vidya,
Technically, there is not an offense, but that's not
it's not an offense.
how we.
It is not an offense, but this is the pastime of the Lord. You understand? It may look like you offended, but actually the Lord came to bless him. You understand? Together it is working. The Lord does one thing and many things are covered. And so he disobeying his guru and in order to get Kṛṣṇa. But there was no loss in this case. In fact, he gained so much because he lost his kingdom. But the Lord gave back so much. In fact, the Lord personally is what? His servant in that what planet? Sutala planet. So either way you see, of course he lost his control of the 3 worlds, but for him that was immaterial. You see the prayers of Sukadev Goswami, Bali Maharaj, that this thing is insignificant. Yes? Is it not? Any other question there? we will stop here. Thank you very much for your kind association. So we end broadcast here. Somebody is writing something.
What I can't see. It's not already at least has some words to impose himself for I think some. Oh, his name is Born Daitya. So he's Born Daitya.
I don't know what he's writing, this guy.
No, it's idiot. He's just born Daitya. So don't have to worry